might die here. Or it'll pass.
We're gonna cry!
Spoiler alert! I lived. I lived through it and made this video. Also, I'll be hosting an art event in my Discord server. More details at the end card and in my server. I've had some interesting airport experiences, from missing my flight, being racially profiled, getting drunk accidentally, and almost dying. Quite the time! I can't get to all these stories in this video, but at some point I plan to if you guys enjoy my airport stories. I actually missed my flight twice. Here's one of them. One time, I was off to visit a friend out of state, and I literally did everything right. I checked in, I gave my luggage, I went through TSA, and sat down. And all I had to do was wait for the plane. I decided while I waited, I would edit my video on my laptop. It was actually this period video! Ended up being my most popular video. I was editing and was locked in because I was trying to post the next day. Then I had a thought. How long has it been? I looked up and realized the gate had just been closed, but the plane was still there. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you guys were already boarding. We called you, but you didn't come. I'm sorry, I had my earphones in. Can I still go in?
No.
We already closed the door. But the plane is still there. Once it's closed, it's closed. They wouldn't even let me in when it was right there! Like, it didn't even leave for like 20 minutes. I just had to watch the plane take off without me for a whole anime episode, if not longer. I instead had to wait for another plane to possibly take me. But the thing is, they told me that it was full. So I just had to hope that there was another idiot like me missing their flight. 3 hours go by and I'm just editing while crying inside because I would have been there by now. The second plane started boarding. I watched as all the passengers went in, just praying that there was someone who just missed their flight. Is there any left? No, it's all full. You have to wait for the next one. Oh, okay. So I had to wait another 3 hours until the next one. By the way, this is the last flight of the day, so I might just have to go home instead. I watched the passengers go in one by one again until it was finally my turn. Are there any left? There is one left. Oh. Oh!
Thank you for saving me. I was so thirsty.
I was so happy but super tired, man. This trip was longer than it had to be. I also got drunk one time at the airport. It wasn't intentional. So I made a video about my trip to Japan. I'd appreciate it if you check those out later. I was coming back from Japan, but I still had drinks in my bag. I wanted to bring it home, but it made my bag way too heavy, so I had to take one out, which was alcohol. I said this in this video, which took place in Japan. I keep forgetting how strong Japanese drinks are. It tastes sweet, but it's super strong for some reason. I was approaching TSA and we had to throw out our drinks or drink it. So I drank it thinking, yeah, it's just 4% of alcohol. I should be fine.
I was then shot 57 times.
As I was putting my luggage onto the conveyor belt, I felt kinda hot. Like I could feel my cheeks getting red. And dizzy! I felt dizzy! Oh my gosh. I'm drunk! I'm drunk here in TSA! What the heck? How is 4% of Japanese alcohol doing this? 4% of American alcohol doesn't do this to me. Oh, what is happening? What's happening right now? I hobbled out of TSA and called my friend that was still awake that I was drunk at the damn airport. He just stayed on the line with me just to make sure I was okay. And everything's spinning. Please be careful. I'm hungry. I want to see my friends. Where is this coming from? Go get food. I ended up getting udon. It tasted so good, especially while I was drunk. I was feeling better by the time I got on the flight, but the people next to me were terrible. They wouldn't stop talking and even woke me up to go to the bathroom multiple times, and I couldn't go back to sleep because they kept talking loudly. It was a terrible hangover. Then there was that time I was in the middle of a plane. I was waiting for my flight and it was pouring rain outside. I honestly thought the flight would get delayed, if not canceled. But you know what I was flying? Something related to that in souls. They really could have took my soul, that's for sure. Next thing I know, we're boarding. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're boarding. I go in and sit down by the window with no one in the middle seat. Yay! It was somewhat of a rough takeoff, but after we flew through the clouds with some noticeable turbulence, we made it through. Clear skies over the clouds. So I thought we were chill and safe for the time being. Huh? Yeah, an hour or so later, all of a sudden, there's like thunder. Huh? Bro, it's not that far from us. I don't know the details, honestly, but I guess this cloud was so huge we couldn't fly over it or around it, so we had to fly through it instead. Sorry, passengers, we're going through a storm, so please bear with us and expect some turbulence. Some turbulence? The entire plane just started shaking like crazy and everyone in the plane is mortified. A part of me was like, maybe it'll pass, or we'll die, and it's all over. It was terrifying when we low-key started to fall from the air and our butts were above the seat and the longest was like 5 seconds straight. I was debating writing a will on my phone, but then I wondered if he'll even be saved or wiped if we crash. I just hoped we survived because I didn't want to die yet. I still had stuff I wanted to draw and miss my family and friends. And my YouTube channel was doing well, so I wanted to work on that too. Man, I don't feel like dying yet!
Kinchana, Kinchana, ding, 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 ding.
Hello, thank you for bearing with us. Sorry about the turbulence, but we made it out of the storm cloud. Woo! Bro, I was so relieved, but also exhausted. I low-key just turned off my brain because I didn't know what else to do, but hope we survived. I don't know why they thought it was a good time to fly, or it just didn't expect us to be this crazy, but we made it! Yay! Have any of you guys have any crazy airport or airplane stories? Let me know in the comments. Don't miss your flights, don't get drunk at airports, and have a safe flight if you're going on a plane. Also, I'll be hosting an art event in my server. The theme is to draw your own inner monster. It's based off of a short where I made my own inner monster based off of my childhood memories and trauma. Though it doesn't have to be about trauma. If you participate, you can get exclusive access to my art. Also, maybe there's a chance I can draw one of your guys' monsters. Ooh, or maybe more. I'm gonna be making a color sketch of it. So come to the Discord server. More details will be in my Discord server in the event channel. Link in the description below. Thank you for watching. Those are my crazy airport stories. Yeah, it's another one of those survival stories with that airline. Because I've heard so many about it that I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. Kenchana! It's not Kenchana. I wasn't Kenchana. I barely made it Kenchana. For early access to my video and to have your name in the end card, check out my Patreon. I have other rewards as well. Also, did you guys get any references? That would be really cool if you commented below. I would really appreciate it. Also, maybe if you haven't, subscribe. That would be cool. I don't really ask that, but sometimes I could just say subscribe. Subscribe!